Hi everybody, welcome to Paper Wishes Weekly Webisode. I'm Lene Gehrig, my cameraman is Houston, and today we have some cute cards and techniques using apple blossom embossing folders. So come play with us. I'm really excited to bring you these apple blossom embossing folders. They're square folders and they measure 5 3/4 inches square. So although that's a large space, it easily fits through my Big Shot die cutting machine and embossing machine. So it was no problem at all. Let me show you the different ones that we have in the bundle. This is the Happy Birthday embossing folder, and it's actually Lacy Birthday. And then this one is Lace Hearts. This one is Weave and Roses. And finally, Winter Snow. I love this one, especially for January. So let's start with this one. So here are my cards. All right, so what I did with this is I took 2 pieces of cardstock. Here we go, let me get organized. And I embossed a white cardstock, and also this one is just a light blue cardstock. And then on one, I inked everything on the white, and then on the blue, I sanded. And then I cut them apart and made 2 separate cards with interchanging pieces. Let me show you how this works. And also, if the 6x6 format is just too big of a card for you, I just cut this one down and put it on a standard 5x6.5 inch card and just trimmed off one of the little parts of the Let It Snow, and it just, that's how much I trimmed off right there. And it just worked out really well. Okay, so let me get my sanding block here. We'll do a little sanding. All right, so sanding block. And then this particular light blue paper has a white core inside of it, okay? So that means it's like bonded blue on either side and has a white core. And you can find this at paperwishes.com. It's just pastel cardstock. Okay, and as I do this, you can see as I sand it just very gently, the white core is coming through. Okay, get a little closer there. See, it just makes that appear, get rid of my dust. All right, so that's the blue one. And then I just inked my pad here, and I'm just going over this embossed white with the blue. Doesn't matter if it's a little messy, we're gonna cut it apart. And even though we're cutting it apart, we're using all of the pieces that we're cutting apart. Okay, there we go. Oh, my scissors got sticky. There we go. All right, so then I would just cut out the greeting from both the blue and the white. Okay. This card is really simple, and what I love about it is you're altering 2 pieces of embossed cardstock, and then you're getting 2 cards out of that. So it's really 1 technique, 2 cards. All right, then I was gonna cut this part out as well, okay? And so now you have 3 pieces. All right, and then once you have your 3 pieces cut from this as well, you would just sub out one for the other. Okay, and then what I did is I took some silver jewel dazzles, use that handy pen X-Acto knife, and just place them on the centers of the snowflakes for a little added sparkle. Okay, so let's move on to the next set. Lots of cards to get for you today. All right, so, oh, here is my next favorite, is the Valentine. All right, and for the Valentine, all right, so I'm making my card base out of 6-inch by 12-inch cardstock, and then I'm just folding it, scoring it, and folding it to make my card. So this one was made out of black cardstock, so I put a smaller white cardstock so you can write on it in the center, added one of the little dazzle stickers there. So on this particular one, I cut them apart again, but on the top I used a black ink pad just to get a little bit of color here, and then I used red dazzles and played up that wonderful background there. In fact, I just popped off one of my red dazzles. Don't scrape your hands along the edge of them, ladies. There we go. Okay, and so that was a really easy technique. And then these, this happens to be a Sweetie Pie dazzle, Valentine dazzle. Really fun. All right, so next, this one is the Weave and Rose. And this one, my friend Debbie made. And what Debbie did with this one, sorry folks, that's this one. Okay, what she did with this one is this is what it looks like when it just comes right out of finished being embossing. Okay, and I'm just gonna sand this a little bit to show you that pattern even more. Isn't that pretty? Okay, isn't that pretty, Houston? He says yes. All right, so what she did with this one is she did a little mixing here. So Debbie took, for this part and this part of her card, she took the embossed part from here and she just turned one upside down and did it here and here. And then she used the happy birthday from this folder and she subbed that in. And then she also used the hearts from this one and just cut out some inked hearts and put them on there and just mixed like 3 different embossing folders, which I thought was so clever to do. Finally, this beautiful lace embossing folder. Oops, here's the card that Debbie did. So here she inked the back of the folder on the inside. She inked the back of the folder with this beautiful distress ink, and then she embossed it so that it had sort of a white lace with a yellow background. And then she did a beautiful gray here, and then just used polka dot paper here. And then to give you another example, she did all over inking on this one. And then when she cut it apart and used a different color background, see what a transformation that makes? And then this is just one I did to show you what it looks like when it comes out of the folder. So that's all I have for you today. I would really encourage you to check out the bundle offer that we have on the Apple Blossom embossing folders. You can of course always buy them individually, but the bundle is a great deal. So thanks for joining us today. Bye-bye.